All right, I'm back to do another video. Now, the Holy Spirit was trying to give me time to do this video. Now, I have received multiple confirmations, but I was not permitted to tell them just yet. But for those that do not believe that there will be a rapture, it will be. And there will be several reasons I will tell you why there will be a rapture. And the Holy Spirit has allowed me to come forth and speak. My remote doesn't want to work. So if you see me come forward toward the camera, it's because my remote does not want to work, and Satan itself do not want me to get this message out. For those of you that don't believe, you will. There will be a great shaking upon the earth that man has never seen before. Now, they say that it will be like the days of Noah, which in fact, these beings are on their way back. These are the Nephilim. These are the fallen ones. These are the ones who have bare children with human women. These beings are on their way back. And you can best believe that. Now, three-eyed Atlas. I don't believe this to be wormwood. But what I do know wormwood is the planet called Planet X, or Nibiru. This is wormwood. Now, these people are following this planet by their ship. Just so you know, these people will appear out of a wormhole, or they will come through a portal, so to speak, and so will the planet, because this planet, they're following this planet, and this planet is headed here. The technology that we have, we will not be able to see it, because it will come through a portal. Now, when I was in Satan's kingdom, and I just recently found out and heard through Joshua that there is a being called the restrainer, and a lot of people have speculations of saying that it's Michael. A lot of people have speculation that it is the Holy Spirit. And I'm going to tell you, now this is my presumption, when the Holy Spirit leave this world, and it will, with those on it that are left behind, the Holy Spirit will leave this world 100%. And I'm going to tell you why. Because the restrainer is the Holy Spirit. I'm going to tell you that when I was in Satan's kingdom, when I woke up one morning in between quaking state and awake, I heard the words of leave this world and never return. Not exactly fully understanding who I was at that time. Now, my confirmations. The Holy Spirit, the first confirmation that I received, and there is a word called a promise. And when this word is given, it is given by a rainbow. Now it speaks about it in Ezekiel, about the rainbow. But it also speaks about a rainbow showing up in a storm. And here just recently there was a storm, a lightning storm, phenomenon, so to speak. I was told I could not speak about this at that time. But what I saw, confirmation, what I saw was hailing, and soon after I saw a rainbow in the midst of the storm. When I asked the lightning to strike closer, this was before it started hailing. I'm standing here, I'm looking, I'm watching, I'm seeing it hailing. And as it's hailing, it's lightning. And I asked the lightning to strike closer. There came a vortex of air around me to where the wind stopped blowing around me, and the wind was blowing out in the open, but not around me. And the lightning struck right up above my head, up above the building I live in. They created where the wind was not touching me at all around my body. And the lightning struck right up above my head, as if it made a funnel all the way up to the sky. And the lightning struck. I get that. I go to the other side of the complex where I live, because there's a small hallway. When I go to the other side of the hallway, I'm standing there, I'm watching the lightning. All of a sudden I walk away from where I was standing in other walkway, and I look up and I see a rainbow. Not a stitch of blue sky anywhere, not a stitch of sun, nothing. And I see a rainbow in the midst of a storm, lightning and everything else. Not a stitch of sky, no blue, no nothing, just all gray. This was a confirmation that I received from the Holy Spirit that it's promise that this September is going to happen. After this, I said, Holy Spirit, if what Joshua speaks, I said, please, I need you to let me know. Right here on these things right here, are black lamps at the top. The one on the right of me, which would be the left of you. I turn both of them on at night so my plants can get continuous light. All of a sudden, I woke up one morning because I told the Holy Spirit, I said, to give me concrete a message. I said, I need you to please turn the black lights off. I asked for both black lights, but the Holy Spirit only gave me one black light. When I woke up one morning, that black light was turned off. But before this happened, I saw, and I don't know if I'm the only one saw it, but maybe for my eyes, I was the only one that saw it. But for my eyes, this rainbow was for my eyes only, because when I was standing there watching the rainbow, the wind started to blow toward the building as if it was to keep others from seeing the rainbow, from keeping them from coming out to their patio. Then I go to the other side of the apartment to see where the rainbow was continuing. And it's like the wind came the opposite direction and started blowing toward the other side of the apartment to keep other people from coming out to see the rainbow during that storm that I saw. Lightning and everything. So then, after this, I see the sun turn blood red. I mean, blood red. Then after this, just a day ago, now my friend has a dog and she takes him to walk every night. And for some reason or another, I don't know why, but she went an opposite direction. We've had the dog for a few weeks. Give me 1 second. Damn. Sorry about that. For some reason, I don't understand. I didn't really get it until today. Everything happens for a reason. She happened to walk a different direction. And I'm always communicating, and the Holy Spirit always communicates with me through numbers. And I'll explain why in a few minutes. When I left out, she left out before me, and I came behind her. And then all of a sudden, I went to, when I went her direction, I saw a car sitting in the parking lot, and this was unusual because I don't ever see this. Well, I do see it all the time, but this car, I've never seen it here before. And for some strange reason, she went this direction, but she don't ever go this direction at night. But for some reason, she went this direction, and it was the direction where I saw the rainbow. When I first saw the rainbow during the storm, but she went that same direction night before last, or night before last. And I saw this plate, and it had letters on it, but it also had the number 4. Fours are always the biggest communication for me with the Holy Spirit. I saw 4 and the number 4, and I saw some letters, and I saw 925. Now, had we went the normal way, went all the way around, I wouldn't even paid that car any mind. I wouldn't even look back, looked at the plate or anything. I would have just went by it and kept going. But for some strange reason, she went that direction. And I just could not, and I just figured it out today, you know. There's a reason for everything, and the Holy Spirit really puts things in the direction how it wants it to be. And when I saw this, when I realized this today, this was another message. And the reason why I say the Holy Spirit speaks through numbers for me is because when I was in Satan's kingdom, the Holy Spirit taught me how to make a communication device by paper. And I had like a little small Bible, and I would flip through it, close my eyes, and it will always land. 4 times is landed on, or 3 times, it's landed on 444. And each one, I would take these pages out, and it will be 444. And this is when I was in Satan's kingdom. And like 3 times I've made devices to communicate. And then each one of them, well, 2 of them got taken. And then one of them I had the whole time when I was there, even had it when I brung it out. Another time when the Holy Spirit communicated me with numbers is when I first wore this amulet to bed. this lion amulet. When I first wore it to bed, the very first night I got it, the very first night I went to bed, in my lucid dreaming, I saw the time of 4:44. Then when I woke up, I looked at the time, it was 3:37 a.m. Before I went back to sleep, I saw in my vision a massive hand, I mean a massive hand, guiding a small head. So what I'm saying is that the numbers that I saw on the plate and the letters, I added up the 4 and the letters, which came out to 25. So it was 9, 25, 25. So Israel, all those areas over there in Asia and all of that is a day ahead of us. So therefore, when it is 25 there, it's 24 here. So September 24th is the day that the rapture will happen in the United States. Rapture would have passed in 2023 in Egypt and all those other places over there, and over in Asia and all that other stuff. 23rd will be for them as well. So, or it could be the 24th for them. But here it will be the 24th or 23rd. But what the Holy Spirit showed me was the 25th. When I added up the other numbers with the letters, it came out to 24. I mean, it came out to 25. So which means it would already have passed. But when I go by the time of when I go by the time of Africa and Egypt and Israel, the time of Israel, because they are a day ahead from us, or 9 hours ahead. So this is when it will be 25 over there and it will be 24 over here. So when I saw 25, I look to see if they are ahead of us or if they're behind us, but they are ahead of us about 9 hours. So which means the 24th, it will happen here in the United States. If you do not believe in the rapture, you will. When all things break loose, you will. When the 3 days of darkness come upon you, you will. I've received so many signs telling me that this is going to happen. So many signs. And if you don't believe in your heart, because most people that believe it in their heart, they are having anxiety problems. Many are having anxiety problems. I know it because I have anxiety problems when I start thinking about it, or when I start feeling it coming up over me, when I start feeling the Holy Spirit come up over me, and I know that these things are about to happen. So prepare yourself, because it's about to happen. It is about to happen. I've given you my signs, what I've asked for, and the Holy Spirit has shown me that it is definitely going to happen. And Joshua is correct. He speaks with so much conviction that it's really hard to ignore. Out of all the times I've ever been out and about, I have ever yet to run across in the past people speaking up of rapture. Even when they talk about 2000, they talk about other dates. I haven't heard them. The Holy Spirit hadn't really put it in front of me. But now it's such an urgency. I mean, because I've even started prepping for, disasters if things start happening. And my friend thinks I'm crazy and this and that, but I'm not. I seen her coming in my dream, coming with a knife, and it's dark in the house, and I go in my restroom, and all of a sudden, I can see her in light, but for her it's probably dark, but I can see her in light, and brightly I can see her standing behind the door with a knife, trying to stab me. So the Holy Spirit always shines light in the darkness. When someone doesn't want you to succeed or move forward, or they want you to try to sway you away from the Holy Spirit, this person is not who they are, or who they think that they believe that they are. When I had the dream about her trying to offer me sex, I knew, well, I didn't know. This just all hit me yesterday. Everything just came up on me so hard and so fast. When I received the child in April 8th of 2024, because that comet that they called a devil that was passing for the birthing of the child, the spirit, or they call it the man-child. Well, I received this spirit. I received this child in my dream. And at this point, I knew these things are fixing to start happening. It's just like the sun when it turned to blood. When I saw it turn blood red, I knew that was a coming, that this is fixing to happen. And when she came to me, trying to offer me sex, and my attention was drawn to a black hole down by my feet, and something was telling me, stick your hand in the hole. So I stuck my hand in the hole. It was a small hand came to my hand. I pulled his hand up out of his hole, and all of a sudden, it was a little boy to be 3 to 4 years old. This was the exact baby that I received in my dream that was maybe 4 to 8 months old. And these women, two groups of women, tried to take the child from me. 2 days later is when I had the dream about putting my hand in a black hole. Something was telling me to do this. And this child said to me, come with me. Because this was lawlessness. This was lustfulness. This was the woman with the wine, with the drunkenness, fornication, all these things that were being shown to me. And just at this time, at this moment, is when I realized yesterday that this was talking about me ascending. When the child said, come with me, we can go to the holy city. I didn't really start piecing things together until yesterday. Well, not until yesterday. I started receiving downloads the last couple days. The last 2 days, I've been receiving a lot of downloads. A lot of downloads. And when this child said to me, come with me, we can go to the holy city. We'll be safe there. This told me that this is what's coming. The rapture is coming. It is coming. And we are leaving this place. The time here is no more. And this is not our home. Not our home. So this is going to conclude my September rapture. I said that there is a ship docked here, waiting to leave. And if you have not learned how to forgive, let live and let go, if you had not learned how to love each other like you love yourself, then there will not be room on that ship for you. You will be left here with what's coming. I seen in my dream here recently, night before last, not last night, but the night before, that there were wars getting ready. I mean, there were people preparing. I've seen those that were changing sides. Only one being I saw changing sides. The Holy Spirit sought to see favor in this being. But they were preparing, getting ready for this war. It seemed like it was out in the desert where they were preparing and getting ready, making shelters and stuff like that, and preparing. But there was one being that was not too comfortable with this other being that was there, but this being chest started hurting, and I put my hand up toward his chest, and it wasn't like my hand was on his chest, but it was away from it, and all of a sudden I just start seeing smoke coming from his chest area. And then the other being start getting curious, and then all of a sudden he snatched something off his face, and there was some jagged edged teeth or something like that, and he pulled it from his face, and he was some other being, but he was wearing a mask. But this being wanted to change sides. This being had a change of heart about the things that were happening, but this being had a change of heart, I'm assuming long ago, long before things started to get started. The time is coming. And the time to get your house in order is now. For this is your salvation. For if you do not, you will not make it on that ship to leave this place. You will sit here for what's about to come. They say it will be like the days of Noah, where these giants are coming back. They are coming back, and they're coming back to take over this planet, technologically and everything else. So this concludes my video. I don't feel there will be another appointed time. I don't feel it will be, not for me. So these will probably be my last words. I really hope to see many of you in the air, in the heavenly realm, on that ship, ready to leave this place. One of my dreams, I saw myself leaving and sailing off. These are all dreams of leaving this place. So, I'm going to say, There's one other thing. This restrainer will be leaving this place. There will be no more Holy Spirit on this earth. Because I am the restrainer. I am the one that sealed the 12 tribes. They're only holding back because divine timing. I was told to leave this earth and never return. And I heard this audible, clear audio, in between quaking state and just waking up out of my sleep. To leave this earth and never return. But I said, not without my people. So, for as many believe that it's going to happen, the stronger it will be. But if you believe not, it will be what you have it to be. So I believe. Thank you for listening. The One out.